You and me, kid. We've got a bad habit. I want to talk to you today about something that I'm doing, you might be doing too, that is really, really, really dumb. No, I'm not talking about trying on your shoes on the wrong feet just to see what it feels like. I'm not talking about trying to see if you can fit 12 donut holes in your mouth at a time. This is something better. Let me give you a little scenario. You park your car at a store and you go inside to buy your magazine, and you come back outside and you walk to where you parked your car and you don't see it right away, and your mind goes, oh my god, somebody stole my car, somebody stole my car, my car. Oh, there it is. I'm talking about jumping to the worst possible conclusion. Gather around, kids, I've got a story for you. So several years ago, I woke up in the middle of the night and went downstairs to get a glass of water. And on this particular occasion, I didn't turn the lights on. It was the middle of the night and I know my way around my house, and I just sort of walked through the house in the dark. So I go downstairs and I get a drink of water, and then I'm going to head back down the hall and around the corner up the stairs to go back to bed. So I walk down the hallway and I turn to head up the stairs, and I am struck in the face hard. My nose is smashed, my lip is fat and almost bleeding, and it happens so suddenly, and I scream and I push myself away from where I'm standing. It's pitch black, and I fall back on the ground, and I'm cowering, and I'm holding my face, and I'm making all this commotion, and I'm almost ready to cry because I thought someone had been standing at the base of the stairs waiting to hit me in the face with a frying pan. Not a 2x4, not a, club, a frying pan. Because that is clearly much more likely than I just wasn't paying attention to how many steps I'd taken from the kitchen, and I turned too soon and smashed my own face into my wall. Smashed my face into a wall. Hard. Now granted, it was the middle of the night and I was tired, but I genuinely thought that a burglar that was coming to burgle me was standing at the bottom of the stairs with their freshly seasoned cast iron skillet waiting to smash me with flavor. Why would my brain think something so ridiculous before it thought that maybe I had just run into the wall? And it got me thinking about the fact that sometimes I just expect or think or imagine that the worst, most crazy, outlandish thing is the reason or is the problem or is the source. And in reality, it's usually not the worst thing. So your mission this week, should you choose to accept it, is to not expect the worst, not think the worst. When something happens, good or bad, don't think that it's because of some outlandish reason. If you get a request this week on your manuscript, or you have someone tell you that they really like your work, don't write it off and say, well, it's probably because they read it while they had the flu and they were delirious with fever and they actually thought that all my words were made out of little bunny rabbits. That's probably not why. And for you to diminish your work and blame it on someone else's fever is not giving yourself credit. And on the other hand, if something that isn't awesome happens to you, there's no reason to write that off and say, well, it just means that the weather was just not right, or their barista didn't give their coffee the right temperature. Maybe it's something that you should consider with a more discerning eye. Maybe it's something you should really evaluate and really assess the situation before you jump to conclusions. Oh my gosh, they didn't like it, they hate me. Or maybe they have some really great suggestions on how you can improve what you're working on. Now, I shared my embarrassing story of jumping to the wrong conclusion, and I know that you guys have some amazing stories of your own. So in the comments below, please leave me your funny stories or embarrassing anecdotes, because I want to know that I'm not alone when it comes to making the wrong assumption. If you want to show me solidarity for the night that I smashed my face into a wall and convinced myself it was a frying pan, click the like button for me, and then if you enjoyed the video and you haven't already subscribed, please do so. I'm Kelsey Mackey. Thanks for watching Kels Not Chels Not Live, and I will see you next week.